Backhand index pointing right, help me God, Jesus Christ motivation speech. Help me God is one of the most honest and powerful prayers a person can say. It comes from a place where you've tried everything, carried your burdens as long as you could, and finally reach a moment where you admit, you need help. In a fast-paced life like the United States, people often feel pressure to handle everything on their own: career, money, relationships, expectations. They stay strong on the outside, but inside they feel overwhelmed, lost, and exhausted. And in that moment, these three simple words, "Help me God," become a cry from the heart. The teachings of Jesus Christ remind us that asking for help is not weakness, it is faith. It means you are no longer relying only on your own limited strength, but opening yourself to guidance, support, and a higher power. It is the moment where pride goes down and trust rises up. When you say, "Help me God," you are not just asking for your problems to disappear. You are asking for strength to face them, wisdom to understand them, and patience to go through them. You are saying, "I may not have all the answers, but I trust that I will be guided." My dear friends, this is where true connection begins. You stop pretending to have everything under control. You stop carrying every burden alone. You start letting go of the pressure to be perfect. And in that surrender, something powerful happens. Backhand index pointing right peace begins to enter your heart. Even if your situation hasn't changed yet, your mindset starts to shift. You feel lighter. You feel calmer. You feel less alone. Help me God also brings clarity. Instead of overthinking everything, you start focusing on what you can do right now. Instead of feeling stuck, you begin to take small steps forward. Because now, you believe you are being guided. In real life, this message helps you during your lowest moments, when you feel like giving up, when you don't know what to do next, when everything feels you. As you go deeper into, "Help me God," you begin to understand that this is not just a cry for help, it is the beginning of transformation. The teachings of Jesus Christ remind us that when you ask for help with a sincere heart, something inside you starts to change. You may not see instant results. Your situation may not suddenly become perfect. But something within you becomes stronger. You start to feel a quiet courage. You start to feel a sense of direction. Because now, you are not carrying everything alone. My dear friends, this is where real strength begins. You stop trying to control everything. You stop forcing solutions. You start trusting the process. Help me God at this level means you are open to guidance. You begin to notice small signs. You begin to make better decisions. You begin to move forward step by step. Not because everything is clear, but because you trust that you are being led. And this trust brings peace. You don't panic like before. You don't feel completely lost. You don't give up easily. Instead, you stay calm. You stay patient. Because deep inside, you believe. Backhand index pointing right help is already on the way. So keep going. Stay open. Stay faithful. Because when you truly say, "Help me God," you don't remain stuck in your problems. You begin to move through them with strength, clarity, and a growing belief that you are being guided every step of the way. As you continue with this prayer, you reach a deeper level where, "Help me God," turns into daily guidance, not just a moment of desperation. The teachings of Jesus Christ remind us that once you open your heart for help, you begin to receive direction in ways you didn't notice before. You start to think more clearly. You start to feel more stable. Because now, you are not reacting out of panic. You are moving with awareness. Help me God at this stage means you don't wait until everything falls apart to ask for help. You stay connected, you stay mindful, and you keep trusting even in normal moments. This creates a powerful shift in your life. You make better choices. You avoid unnecessary stress. You stay calm even in uncertain situations. My dear friends, this is where your mindset becomes strong and balanced. You don't feel completely lost when problems come. You don't break down under pressure. Instead, you pause. You reflect. And you move forward wisely. Because now, you believe. Backhand index pointing right. You are being guided step by step. Over time, this changes everything. Your confidence grows. Your fear reduces. Your clarity improves. Not because life is perfect, but because you are connected to a deeper sense of support. So keep trusting. Stay patient. Stay open to guidance. Because when "Help Me God" becomes a part of your daily life, you don't just ask for help in hard times. You walk through life with strength, peace, and the quiet confidence that you are never facing anything alone. Backhand index pointing right. No one cares. Jesus Christ motivation speech. No one cares is not just a question, it's a feeling many people carry silently. It's that moment when you feel ignored, unseen, and unsupported. In a fast-paced world like the United States, people are busy with their own lives, their own struggles, their own goals, and sometimes, it makes you feel like your pain doesn't matter to anyone. You try to stay strong, you try to handle everything alone, but deep inside, there's a voice asking, does anyone even care? This is where the message of Jesus Christ becomes deeply powerful. His teachings remind us that even when the world feels distant, you are not forgotten. Just because people around you don't fully understand your struggles doesn't mean your pain is invisible. No one cares, feels real when. Backhand index pointing right. No one checks on you. Backhand index pointing right. No one understands your situation. Backhand index pointing right. No one notices your effort. But the truth is, backhand index pointing right. Your life still matters. My dear friends, this message shifts your perspective. Instead of focusing on who is not there for you, you begin to understand that your value is not defined by people's attention. You don't need everyone to understand you to be important. No one cares, at a deeper level becomes a turning point. You stop seeking validation from everyone. You stop expecting constant support from others. You begin to build strength within yourself. And this is powerful. Because now, you are not dependent on others to feel okay. You start caring for yourself. You start respecting your own journey. You start believing in your own worth. At the same time, the message of Jesus Christ reminds you that even in silence, there is still care, still presence, still guidance around you, even if you don't see it immediately. This brings balance. You are not completely alone. But you are also strong enough to stand on your own. So if you ever feel like no one cares, pause and remember. Backhand index pointing right. Your struggle is real. Backhand index pointing right. Your EFF.